8:40 a.m. on this Friday morning, March 20th, 2026. First official day of spring will be coming up a little while after 10 a.m. this morning. Not sure of the exact time, but regardless, this is the first day of spring out here at the feeding grounds within the woods. Of course, tending to the cats out here as usual, waiting on the birds to once again return. We did have quite a few sparrows and a couple of blue jays that came up, but well, we've also had the cats that want to begin going on the prowl, such as this little girl right here. She's hanging out, kind of watching the situation, but I'm going to go ahead and remedy that by relocating her so that these birds can continue to move in. Oh, yeah. And, well, I think before I even do that, yeah, boy, so many fallen branches out here from our tornado that we had many months back. But not only that, from the high gusty winds. Oh, I just spooked a deer. Doggone it. I did not realize they were here. Oh, there goes one right there. I was actually headed over here in order to scope on a black fox squirrel. Let's see if we can possibly get these deer. Yeah, they've been up here watching me, just like the rest of the animals tend to do. And yeah, I think they might have scooted and boogied on out of here. Oh, no, we've got some. Yeah, we've got some back in here. Yeah, they've spotted me. And off they go. Not sure how well we're picking this up. We'll go ahead and stay zoomed in. Yeah. Unfortunately, I kind of spooked them. Yeah, they're still watching me from way over there. I'm not even paying attention to the screen. But they are, yeah, slowly wandering back into the woods. Well, listen to the birds. Oh, and here's rather close, I might add, is, okay, where'd you go, buddy? Yeah, there we go. Blackjack, is that you? Yeah, wagging his tail around. This is who I was out to scope on. The black fox squirrel once again. The pond appears as though it has no more ice on it. Rather nice, rather nice. Let's go ahead and wander on back to the feeding ground. Oh, man, I'm getting hung up in briars here. Oh yeah, look at all the fresh leafing that is taking place on this little tree here. Awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, we'll probably will be bouncing into very high temperatures and in the very near future. Yeah, we still have these cats that's pretty much scoping on the feeding tree here. I am going to go ahead and, well, I just scared that one, didn't even hear me. You're all right. You're fine. Didn't mean to spook you. What you doing, little girl? Huh? Huh? What you doing? Can we relocate you? Huh? Huh? Let's go ahead and move you back over by the feeding area, okay? We're going to pause right here. First day of spring, and we are to be cloudy all day. And have you been following along and actually watched yesterday's recordings of the last day of winter, being that of an hour long in duration? Well, what we were seeing in those recordings is what is affecting New York today, okay? Hey, Xerox. So yeah, we've got the sparrows that decided to move in. And I am actually waiting to see, and which the first sparrow that came up was Mr. Baldy, and that is the sparrow that actually hangs out around my apartment. But yeah, we've got even more sparrows that's moving in. And yeah, they're all going down ground level, not really going to the crotch of the feeding tree. And we are getting some very light sprinkling that is taking place right now, which they did make mention of that on today's weather report. Well, something just spooked the sparrows, and I see nothing around that would have caused that. We're going to pause and hang out just a little bit longer. See if anyone else should happen to show up. Alright, so we now have blue jay that's in the crotch of the tree. Actually kind of alerted me to let me know that it was incoming. And there we are right there. And off he goes. Probably not a very good recording. Tiny. Come on. What are you doing? Hey. Yeah. Once again, has attracted the attention of the cat, so off the sparrows go. And I will have to remedy this situation once again. And of course, you know, I draw the attention of not only animals and birds, but people as well. Yeah, gotta love it. 9 a.m. and once again, waiting for the return of the birds or whomever else, as I've had to corral a couple of cats because they just keep wanting to go at the base of the tree. Once again, because of the birds attracting the cats. And also have had a couple of robins that's been scoping on me, flying over my head. They typically won't come up to the feeding tree, as they are more lawn birds, if you will, and predominantly hanging out in the lawn, going after whatever insects or possibly even worms that might be coming to the surface of the ground or hovering or being located near the ground or upon the ground. Just more nature observations. I get a kick out of this. I very much enjoy spending time out here, as I've often stated in past content. And yeah, back in here we still have black fox squirrel hanging out in the trees, barely visible. Still have an arrival of some cats. This one here, PJ, has just finished and now taking off. It is still lightly sprinkling, and Tiny is once again headed to the tree. Both him and little Muggsy are taking turns. And Tiny is being very rebellious today in regards to staying away from the tree. I've been chasing him around. Come on, Tiny. Come on, let's get over here. Well, we'll try to remedy this once again. Well, you know, this is getting to be too much of a game now, because Tiny's little buddy Muggsy is the other culprit that's been quite bothersome. Oh, hey, we got Foxy Girl up here. Hi, Foxy. Heading off. It's still sprinkling out here. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling others would join in, but unfortunately, Foxy could not come down to the crotch of the tree for any peanuts because, well, these two here. At which Tiny is actually going after the peanuts because they are salted, and apparently these cats have taken a liking to salty products, if you will. Oh yeah, mourning doves, they're wanting to move in, and of course they come down ground level as well, and that's why I keep trying to corral these cats, keep them away from the feeding tree. But now most all cats have departed the scene. So, well, and I'm just kind of postponing other activities that I have in store for today. I've got a lengthy workout to get in today, so I'm just biding some time in order to wake up a little bit more and go from there. And off he goes. And not only do we have a sparrow, but we now have a nuthatch that, oh, well, just flew over my head. I think we might have another one that, okay, more sparrows coming in. And if you're wondering or curious, the human that was watching me was actually a past female acquaintance of mine, which I have done my utterly best to avoid for quite some time. Whoa, hey Wolf, how's my buddy doing? Hi, you snuck up on me, didn't you? Huh? Big old furry guy. Yeah. Yeah, the sparrows are slowly moving back in, figuring that everything is quite kosher. But still, the majority of them are seeking out whatever might be available in the crotch of the tree here. Well, I got a feeling we're going to be visited by possibly another variety of bird before I should happen to head in. We got the blue jays that are once again wandering up. You have a lone junco back here. And I just had to chase off Muggsy once again. And yeah, that was another junco, which they'll be leaving right soon, I do believe. That's more of our natural coloring, if you will, or lighting. Hear that? Oh, doggone it. I don't know how well this is recording, but yeah, unfortunately, Muggsy's back down here once again. He's thinking this is now a game between us. You can see he's scoping out the situation with the birds, and of course, now the birds once again have fled the scene. I believe I'm going to go ahead and flee the scene myself, as I don't want to lose any ambition towards today's workout. I've skipped the last 2 days for various reasons. It's starting to sprinkle out here once again. And I don't want to get all upset because of these cats wanting to play games with me. And they do this purposely just to keep my attention and keep me out here. And as far as our skies, yeah, quite overcast conditions, as they stated we would be cloudy all day today. I don't consider these conditions to be cloudy. When it's this milky white haziness, no, that is not cloudy conditions as far as I'm concerned. Cloudy means an abundance of clouds. But before I lose all of my motivation, I'm going to go ahead and end this, bid you a fond farewell. This is and has been matter, girl? Come on up and eat. This is yet another cow cat that, well, different than this one here. There we go. This is the one that is very, very friendly, still quite small. Of course, they've got to be related. Especially seeing as how one is following the other. But as I was stating, this is and has been the morning of our first day of spring, Friday morning, March 20th, 2026. And I just thought to record that much more, just to, well, I guess just in celebration, if you will, of this first day of spring. And off goes Muggsy. Out to explore, possibly to follow these other ones. Yeah. It's good for him to begin his wanderings. So there we have it, people. Thank you ever so kindly for watching, if you have in fact watched. And regardless of the timetable of which this video has come out, if you have not watched this until future times, far beyond this date, you can still comment. In fact, anyone at any time go back through my content and comment, as I will most assuredly reply. But if nobody cares to comment, well, no problemo. Yeah, okay. Last look. Hey, it's King. My buddy King up here. Oh, I think that is King. He usually has quite the crown on top of his head. And off he goes. Zoom, 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 zoom. All right, enough is enough. Take care. Have yourselves a great one. And who knows when I will return, or if I will return. And this is Tarjay right here, alongside of my lady. Good to see that Tarjay made it through the winter okay. So we've seen many faces this morning. Alright, once again, thank you ever so kindly for watching. Take care. Have a great one. This is Skywise out.